Flash inside a bit. One Bob's a Dazzler. Sound of the Ocean getting back with Escadrille. Revera's second last, and I'm about a Tanner on its outside at the rear. Touch of Gold 750 outspeed across. 3 wide working, goes to a length lead. Out in front now from Tilden, and the road ahead wider out Almighty Flash. 2 Harlequin Manor. Prime for Action very deep, clinches on the rail. Sound of the Ocean ridden along a bit. Bob's a Dazzler. I'm an out of towner trying to make up ground. 7 or 8 off the lead. 2 back Escadrille, and Revera's a long way back as they turn. Touch of Gold under pressure, straight and 2 in front. Going after it, Almighty Flash from Tilden. Further back in the field, the road ahead. Clinches making up ground. Moving up, Almighty Flash at the 200. Takes the lead. Strikes the front from Touch of Gold. I'm an out of towner starting to run on with Sound of the Ocean. Almighty Flash in front. I'm an out of towner. Sound of the Ocean clinches. I'm an out of towner. Sound of the Ocean going after the front runner, and Sound of the Ocean might have bobbed and beaten Almighty Flash, but I'm not 100%, but I think he might have just got there. Third, either I'm an out of towner or clinches, and a terrific finish to the last. Making ground Escadrille, till then the road ahead Revere. Bob's a Dazzler, Harlequin Manor, Touch of Gold got very tight, and Prime for Action in a head bobber. Stand by for the numbers. Almighty Flash has held on, has it? We'll stand by. Sound of the Ocean bobbed his head on the line, and they were just out of sync. We'll stand by for the number. Judge calls for the photo finish. And Almighty Flash number 2 has just held on. Just got his nose down again, right on the line, and has won it by a whisker. From Sound of the Ocean, a breath in it, and close up on the outside, I'm an out of towner with
the 5 finishing 4th, but Almighty Flash, Mark Guest, best long shot in inside running. Followers will be cheering at 10.70 and 2.70. It kicks and wins, beating Sound of the Ocean 2.70, 1.90. I'm an out of town at 2.18, and that wraps up the meeting and the quaddie. 10, 7, 2 and 2 numbers needed in the quaddie today. And on Super Tab, it's paid $6,034. On New South Wales, it's paid $8,368. And on Tatspet, $5,100 for the quaddie numbers of 10, 7, 2 and 2. On the last, it's 2, 1 and 8. Almighty Flash home at 10.70 and 2.70. Thanks to Terry Bailey for his help there throughout the afternoon at Geelong. Start of the quaddie coming up at Menangle, and the mobile arms moving out, which means that we're not far away from action. El Chango is the favourite, number 8 at $3.10, $3.60 for double after number 5, second pick. Fred goes 8, 5, 7, 4. Let's join him for the 5th.
Yeah, they're coming up here, Andrew, for the running of our quaddie first leg. Favourite is El Chango, hasn't raced since early May when it ran 3rd at Newcastle. Before that, 2nd Penrith, 1st Bankstown, and 3rd at Penrith.
Definitely chow down, look on 3.
El Chango's been to the races 8 times, hasn't finished out of the placings. 2 wins and 6 minors. Can he return victorious here? Double Laughter's been well tried, as has Conjure Day. This is quaddie first leg, they're set. They're ready, and they're racing. Away well into the inside, Port Kembla was one of the first to show out early doors. Being driven hard, Christopher Henry going in search of the lead. It's about a half length in front. Now has to try and close down. Port Kembla's being given one on the rump to try and hunt through. So they're going quickly. Singed is 3rd and caught deep. Double after Codjade then came. Further back to Village Rebel, and settling at the tail of the field is El Chango. Well, Port Kembla was able to lead. Second spot at the moment is Christopher Henry. Leader's back is there if she wants it, but is going to stay one off the inside there. In 3rd spot, Singed. So now Village Rebel, one of the real bolters, is going to hunt through and try and find the leader's back. Codjade's next in the running line. El Chingo's on its back and having to go all the way back to the tail of the red jacket. Double Laughter whips them in. They went hard early doors, 27.3 down the back. Port Kembla led, a half to Christopher Henry. 3rd is Singed, and on the inside is Village Rebel, followed by Codjade in a good spot, followed by El Chango, and still last of all, seeing it all unfold from the back, is Double Laughter. 29.8 for that next quarter, 57.1 for the half. and the leader Port Kembla, joined by Christopher Henry, Singed, and then came Village Rebel, Codjade, El Chango, and at the tail is Double Laughter as they run down the side. Singed gallop there, Singed broke, so having to go earlier there than anticipated. Codjade, El Chango had to get on its bike, and Double Laughter's got past the galloping Singed. It's Christopher Henry hitting the lead, second at the moment as they swing in as Port Kembla. Codjade was pushed 4 deep when Village Rebel made a run. El Chango has the last dip at them. They swing in. Christopher Henry led, but Codjade has it in its sights. And then came El Chango on its back. Still hasn't peeled out wider to offer. But the leader, Christopher Henry, Codjade. Now El Chango's going to come with one burst, and one burst it is. Here's El Chango. It's descended upon them in the twinkling of an eye. Codjade's trying to lift, but El Chango's going to be a bit too good. He bided his time there, and he waited, and he's got the chockies on. El Chango has beaten Codjade, Christopher Henry, Double Laughter, and then came Village Rebel about 4 away, followed by Port Kembla, and Singed galloped at the 600, has finished at the tail of the field, 28.5 at 1:55 the time. Well, normally they all want to make their runs when they flatten in, but Fitzpatrick just sat, and he bided his time on the back of Codjade, who was looming large to Christopher Henry. But as soon as he pulled out even deeper, he was able to finish it off best and has gone home to score. El Chango, owned by M. Wardle, Jay Harding, M. Bonnie, A. Bonnie, El Hooper, and Greg Hayes in the ownership of El Chango. Good on you, Hazy. Neil Wardle and Blake Fitzpatrick, the winning trainer-driver combination. Scored by 1.5 metres, 5 3/4 separating second and third in a 1:54 and 9 mile. It's 8:375, race 5.
Yep, well done to Hazy, 8.375, El Chango, 3.20 and 1.90 gets the cash to start the quaddie there at Menangle. Right, we're heading to Horsham with our next. We're going to start the quaddie here in just under 2 minutes from now. $3 for the favourite Suki Suki. Quick break and to Paul Hammond other side.
Two green.
Toes the field along in the early stages by a little over a length, with Thornton Care running down along the inside of Mr. Uno. Mr. Uno just in second, with Thornton Care in third as they head left-handed towards the side of the track. Not too far off the pace is Jeannie Mac, and then Rockadoodle Doo. A length further away to Cavalieri in the orange coloured jacket, and 4 lengths away to Gold Chain, who early on is last of all. So heading out towards the back straight, and out in front it is Mambo Rhythm. Mark Johnston and Joe Fanning both looking for a double on the afternoon after they won the opening contest. In second place on the outside, the recent Hamilton scorer Mr. Uno, with Thornton Care looking to get off the mark at the 5th attempt. Into the inside in the yellow and dark blue colours in third. A further 3/4 of a length back in fourth is Jeannie Mac, and then Rockadoodle Doo down along the inside. That one being chased in turn by Cavalieri, and 4 lengths away to Gold Chain, who is the back marker. They were on the flat last time out. Recently, you see running well over hurdles at Carlisle as they continue their progress now on towards the final 7 furlongs, nearing halfway. And it is Mambo Rhythm who dictates the fractions here. Not a breakneck gallop by any means. It is Mambo Rhythm by about a length or so to Mr. Uno, Thornton Care, Jeannie Mac, Rockadoodle Doo, Cavalieri, and 5 lengths back to Gold Chain, who is last of all still with Emma Sayer. So making the left-handed turn out of the far straight, now under 3/4 of a mile from home, and it is Mambo Rhythm who continues to dictate matters by about a half length over Mr. Uno on the outside. A length and a quarter back to in third at Thornton Care, then in fourth Jeannie Mac, who is moving well under Samantha Bell. Rockadoodle Doo in the black colours follows, with Cavalieri the top weight out wider, and 4 or 5 lengths back still to Gold Chain, who's now just niggled along in rear. Half a mile left to go. They turn into the home straight, and still on the front end, it is Mambo Rhythm beginning to wind things up. In second position, Mr. Uno is now working considerably hard, with back in third Thornton Care, then Jeannie Mac. Away to the extreme left is Cavalieri, further back to Rockadoodle-Doo and Gold Chain, who's never managed to get out of last spot thus far. They head on down inside the final 2 furlongs, and now Mr. Uno gets on terms with Mambo Rhythm. Here's Thornton Care, despite a high head carriage, coming there pretty powerfully. Further back to Jeannie Mac and Cavalieri. A furlong left to travel here, and now it's a straight fight out between Thornton Care down the outside of Mr. Uno. Thornton Care narrowly ahead, Mr. Uno on the far side, making the leader go all the way home, but Thornton Care has asserted and gets off the mark at the 10th Thornton Care. For second position, Mr. Uno, third Jeannie Mac, then Cavalieri, Mambo Spirit, chased through by Gold Chain and Rockadoodle-Doo.
One for Jim Goldie and Graham Lee. Thornton Care scores the 11-4 favourite. Second of the 7, Mr. Uno, at 7-2, a length and 3/4 the winning margin. Thornton Care winning for the first time in his career at the 5th attempt. He didn't quite look to be completely at ease on the fast ground. He might prefer a little bit more juice, but he had enough in hand to get the better of Mr. Uno, who Graham Lee actually rode to victory last time up when that colt scored at Hamilton. He was on the right one today. Mr. Uno, with that win under his belt, put up another sound effort, but couldn't quite get past Thornton Care, who also appreciated the step up in trip. At 4 o'clock was the Spincast at BetVictor. Download the new app, Handicap Division 1, and the Duck Run was favourite at 11-8.